We got a new intro.
Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins
It's back.
Green Bay is running. Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins
Bobby, you know, sometimes you know me, I love
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Fins Talk today on the Fins Talk Sports Network. I'm your host, Bobby Finstock. That's your other host, Fish Tank Hank. What's up, Fish Tank?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
Man, has been busy. Busy.
Busy.
You
know, I've been past busy.
I
I got caught in the wild. Did you see that? Somebody caught me at a stop sign.
I saw that, and I told you that was going to happen. I loved it. I thought it was so cool to see that pop up on Twitter. And somebody found you, and they saw your Twitter handle, and they tagged you. That was really cool.
Yeah,
really
that
cool.
was really fun. That made it a lot of fun. You know, it's fun reaching out to other Dolphins fans and being able to, you know, just relate to one another. It's fun. I have a good time with it.
Absolutely. Ender's in the house. Rob.
Fins up, Ender.
DolphinsThirsty.com. We got Tati's up. Oh, very cool. Aladino tuning in. Everyone tuning in. Thank you all for watching, whether you're watching on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. We appreciate you. If you're new to the channel, smash that like and subscribe button. So much to talk about. We're gonna have a lot of fun today. Next week as well, we're gonna have a special guest. I'm very excited about that. But today, we're gonna talk about season projections, Fish Tank, and I'm not talking about the record. I'm talking about specifics. I'm talking about the players. We're gonna have some fun. So everyone who's tuning in, you know, let us know what you're thinking. Tell us what your thoughts are as we go through that list towards the second part of the show. We got a couple things we're going to discuss, and then we're going to get to that. And make sure I pull this.
Well, first, fins up to everybody.
Fins up, absolutely.
I'm also having technical difficulties, Bobby. So some of my prep I can't see anymore. So.
That's okay. That was happening yesterday for you. You were on Dolphins Thirsty's Dolphins Chatter show with Rob, and I saw you were having internet issues. So
yes.
You were having internet issues before the show started. So if that happens, that's cool. We'll figure it out, and you can always have like a guesstimation. If you can't have the numbers in front of you, Fish Tank, if that's where you're having issues, you know, just kind of, you know, do your thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So first off,
but I did my homework. Bobby.
I know you did.
You gave me homework, and I did it.
You like homework. You like it.
Oh, I just
Wait, I had a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie. I had a lot of fun doing these projections.
Yeah.
You know, I had a lot of fun, kind of, because it does kind of force you to, which we already do, Fish Tank, but force you to kind of do your homework, do some research, say, okay, if this guy plays this many games, how's he going to turn out this season? You know, and this guy might be Tua. Does Tua play more than 13 games? And if he does play more than 13 games, what's his stats looking like this season? Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill says he wants to go over 2,000 yards. Can he do it? Will he even have the most receiving yards? And who's going to be the most productive tight end? Gesicki is gone. And Gesicki was our best tight end on the roster, but he didn't perform well last year. But who's going to be the best tight end this year? Defensively, who's the best defensive player for Miami? There's so much to talk about today, Fish Tank. What do you guys
Yes,
say?
sir. No, you got it right on the money. I mean, I'm listening to you. I'm getting excited right now.
It's a lot. It's going to be a lot of fun. And whoever's watching, chime in. We're going to go one by one about specifics. Right. You guys put your numbers down there. Hey, maybe if we're having a blast, maybe we'll drop the link and have some people join us and give their thoughts. Maybe, Fish Tank.
Yeah, that would be nice. You folks out there want to join us. We have no problem with that.
Absolutely not. We got the new Fins Talk Today logo. We got the new intro. I'm excited. I'm still working on it. Maybe fix it up there, but I wanted to get, a new look on there. Fish Tank's Corvette. Did you see that at the top of the show, Fish Tank? You drive by the Corvette?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, what? Oh, man. Okay.
I was still trying to get through my technical difficulty.
You didn't see the new. Okay, I got you. I'll send it to you. I'll let you see it. All right, but first off, not much to talk about really on any really thing. We're still getting up to training camp with the Dolphins, but there are some things, as I look through Miami Dolphins media and news updates and opinionated articles, it drives something to say, hey, we could discuss this. Obviously, Dalvin Cook, we're still waiting. We've heard the Jets, we've heard the Vikings, Patriots, and then the Dolphins. Supposedly, Fish Tank, he wants to play for Miami. Boomer Esiason said, hey, look, he has an offer on the table for the Minnesota Vikings, but he is using Miami as using New York for leverage to get more money out of Miami, and Miami is giving him a certain amount of money, which is not enough. And I forgot what the numbers were. I think it was 4.5. You said, hey, no, you got to pay this guy. So right now, Miami's drawing that line in the sand and hoping that he comes around.
I hope the line in the sand is $6 to $7 million is what I hope.
Yes, and I think that's what he would be feeling better for. I think that's what he wants.
If he got 6 and this other guy who just got 5, somebody just changed their contract and now they get 5.
Oh, I'm not sure, but it becomes. I don't know where the leverage is in Miami's spot or any other team, but when you see, we discussed on East 10th Street Boys, I believe that's where it was discussed when that came out, where, hey, if it's not Dalvin Cook and Miami is looking, what's up, Ender? And Miami is looking for another running back, if they're not comfortable with the set that they have, what other running backs could they look at? And we discussed Kareem Hunt, Ezekiel Elliott, Leonard Fournette. Those guys are all free agents and might be good on the dollar. We were looking at their stats and how they fit, Fish Tank. And, that plus now what's going on with Josh Jacobs with the Raiders kind of opens up leverage for Miami and all those other teams that are interested possibly in Dalvin Cook to say, hey, look, if you're not willing to come down on your price, we could go get somebody else. We don't necessarily need to get you. So it's a wait and see. Nothing really has moved except we know now what the offer's on. I believe Kat was the one who told me what the numbers were at that time. I know Miami, I think, was at 4.5. So what's up, Steve? Steve Malloy of Real Talk Fins Talk. Rob's in the house, so we got those guys in there, so they might pop in. Maybe they'll pop in when we open up the links, so they could give their thoughts on where the numbers or how the season may play out. But first, as we're waiting on the Dalvin Cook, let's talk about Mike McDaniel. Okay.
Yes.
The season is still almost about 2 months away. Okay, training camp is coming up, but FinFantic.com recently had an article on their site asking if Mike McDaniel is already on the hot seat in the eyes of Stephen Ross.
Mm-hmm.
And, I didn't know when this interview was made. It wasn't in this article, but I did see it where Ross was kind of sitting in a locker room or something, and they were interviewing, and they asked him, hey, are you kind of getting antsy? Like you spent all this money on the stadium, on this, on that, and this. Like, you want a playoff win, you want a Super Bowl. And he said, GD right I am. And so then I read this part and I'm like, well, but it's not obvious. It's not, you would be oblivious if you didn't think that's how he felt. So Fish Tank,
Yeah.
depending on how this season goes, can you see McDaniel in danger of losing his job if the Dolphins fail to make the playoffs?
No. Not even a minuscule chance, in my opinion. I mean, you have a great offensive-minded coach and a defensive-minded coach now on the Miami Dolphins. So why would you get rid of those two, which they're going to be spectacular anyway, and he's going to earn his keep. But my point is, I don't think that if he had a losing season that he would dump them that quick. No, I don't think so. If anybody, they would probably get rid of Greer.
That I agree with you. I think if they just miss the playoffs, let's say they go 9-8, like they have the last 2 years, and they miss the playoffs this time, they don't fall into the playoffs like they did last year after the Patriots lost, then I believe McDaniel can survive that.
Yeah.
I think Greer cannot. I think Greer would. And it's not knocking on
Fins
Greer. I
up,
just think
TJ.
it's just what it is. But I will say that if TJ in the house, what's up, man? Fins up. Thank you for tuning in. If it's a complete failure, if it's like some disaster season where you have all this money, all this talent, all this whatnot, and
if it's a disaster, okay,
then. But yeah, if it's a 9-8, and then that's
you
where
said
I'm like,
just miss the playoffs, kind of.
I agree with
Were
you.
you teasing me?
Yeah, that's right. But I agree with you. But I'm also saying that if it is that, then I can see that the danger of him losing his job. That's only if it's a complete, utter failure. If it's just missing out, no. But I agree with you. Chris Greer is the one to be worried.
Chris Greer would be the one that they should look at if they don't make it now, because he's had all the pennies, all the nickels, dimes, and quarters. He's gotten the bills. He's been paid. He's done it. He's been given every opportunity to make this team work with bonuses that Mr. Ross has done over and over and over again for him. It's time to make it happen.
Absolutely. Talking about if it's 9-8, it's another rebuild. That's what Steve Malloy says.
If it's 9-8, it's no good.
Yeah, if it's 9-8, I don't know if it's another rebuild. I think it's a rebuild of the front office. I don't know if it's a rebuild in the roster.
We've only had one rebuild in franchise history.
We have?
Yeah. Yeah. When else did our team rebuild and go all the way down to the brass tacks? They haven't.
They've always tried to get something. Wasn't it the one where we got Jake Long when we bombed out on that one, and then we did it twice with Ryan Fitzpatrick when they tried to tanked for 2 and got the 5th pick. So,
that was the one time. Gotcha. That was one time. That's it. Gotcha. We haven't ever done that before, Steve.
So
Steve, get on here. Come on, come join us.
Yeah, I'm going to drop the link in a second. I'm right after this next topic. But let me say, general manager, we just talked about him, Chris Greer. He has his fair share of critics, okay, and defenders, because we could, draft. There's hit and misses. Excuse me, But when it comes to trades and free agents, he's pretty good at trading and spending money.
Yes.
But in the draft is where it's really a hit and a miss. All right. So I don't have this in front of me, but I'm going to do my best. I have an idea. But for you, Fish Tank, who is his best draft pick? And then who is his worst draft pick?
Oh, why you do that to me?
Come on, man.
His best draft pick. To date, I'd have to say Tua. Yeah. And the only reason I say Tua is because of what he's built around him in addition. Waddle would be another one that I'd put way up there too, as far as Chris Greer goes. But, he's been there so long, Bobby. You're asking me to go through a 20-year history of who's the best through that.
As the general manager, what's his best draft pick?
It's between Tua and Waddle for me.
Okay.
What do you think?
Well, his best draft pick, I was gonna go with Waddle. I think Waddle's a fair answer. He's only 2 years in, 3 years in, 3 years, right? And what about Christian Wilkins?
Yeah, I
Right
like
there,
Christian Wilkins, but
Wilkins.
they're still debating if they're going to pay him.
Tua, I think Tua, again, it's sucks to say that when you're 4 years in, but I think it's too early to say if it's a bad pick or a good pick or whatever it is, because we're still waiting to see if he could last the season and everything else. But Waddle for sure. Waddle is, had broke the rookie receptions record, and Jason Sanders, Evan in the house. What's up, Evan? Of course he would write that.
Jason Sanders.
There
Yay!
you go. But Waddle, I think it's a good answer. I think Christian Wilkins. They let me off the ship this morning. They kicked you off the ship, you mean? So, okay. So Christian Wilkins, if you say Waddle, I'm going to say Christian Wilkins. Okay. 6193. Tunzel was his pick. That was his best. He got the best value from that pick. I don't know if Tunzel was his pick. I don't think he was fully in charge at that point, but he did get the most value for it. Yeah, see, I know they kicked Evan off the ship. We did miss you, my brother. But okay, so the best pick. Now, what's the worst pick? That might be harder than the best pick.
Yeah.
That may be harder.
Let's go with Deion Jordan, right? And
was Deion Jordan his pick? I don't think so.
It wasn't his pick?
I don't think so.
That was a pretty bad one.
Yeah, that wasn't him. I think
Austin Jackson was pretty bad so far too. So
Austin Jackson was his.
Eichenberg's another one. I mean, just go back to the offensive line and you'll find him. He's had a horrible track record with the offensive line. Just take whoever he's been picking for the O-line, and it'll probably fill the billet.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, you can go. I mean, Austin Jackson, we're gonna see. Ireland made that pick with okay, and so I think that's a great before with Tunsil, because I mean Tunsil was good, but he was traded. So
Steve's just get to the point over here.
Just say Greer sucks. Just say Greer sucks. To me, I'd say a wait. Just like with Tua, I think it's a wait and see on Austin Jackson. I'm gonna wait to see how he does this season. I'm gonna say Igbo. Right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Igbo for me.
That's
is the bad pick.
One.
Eichenberg, I think that's a good answer because he just hasn't panned out, and I don't think he will. I like Eichenberg, but I'm gonna go with Igbo, and because I believe I was excited when we got that pick, speed, potential, and he just hasn't panned out. But I'm gonna say Igbo was the worst pick because you could have gotten him though later. You didn't need to use him there. There was guys you passed up on.
Yeah,
passed up on them.
That's true.
For him. So that's what makes that a bad pick.
Well, you know.
Just say Malloy is negative.
Can argue Tua in the same stroke too. So
sure, that's true. That's true.
You don't pick a franchise quarterback that's injured.
Yeah, so that's why with Tua, it's hard for me to say he's the best pick right now because
he can be either way.
If he blows it up this year and Pro Bowl MVP numbers, Super Bowl in his career, okay, obviously that's the best.
You mean
pick.
After he blows it up?
After he blows it up.
Yes, let me help you with the wording there.
I'm sorry, Mr. Positivity over here.
After.
Mr. Positivity. Hey, it's kind of, I love everyone that's tuning in and chiming in. And Evan especially is in there with Steve and Rob and Ender. They're gonna have a lot of great points to talk about, Fish Tank. So let me go ahead now. We're at that point. I'm going to go ahead and I will drop the link in the comments here.
Drop a link.
So, guys, this is what we're going to do. We are doing our season projections, Fish Tank and I, okay? I'm going to drop the link. So you can hop in, disagree or agree, but also give your takes on these numbers, okay? That's what's going on now, all right? So if you want to chime on in, get on in here. We'll go ahead and post it right now to come on in here. And then Fish Tank and I will get this started. Make sure I have my brands ready. I think
I'm going to have to put on my thinking cap today.
Oh, gosh. Help us all.
Yeah. Anytime I think, the smoke starts.
That's right.
That's
So,
right. We don't play around in the village. We make big fires.
appreciate you, Aladino. And again, everybody, you're watching Fins Talk today on the Fins Talk Sports Network. Thank you all for tuning in. Smash that like and subscribe button. All right, Fish Tank. You ready?
I'm ready, but like I told you before, I don't have what I needed, but that's all right.
All right, that's okay. That's all right. Link is dropped for anybody who wants to join in and give us their thoughts on season projections. And let's go ahead and get this started, Fish Tank. That way, and then, of course, we'll roll it out. If you need some time, we'll take some time. People want to answer, we'll read their comments. But first off, it starts. We talked about the quarterback. Let's start with the quarterback. How many games does Tua play this season?
That's easy. That's the
it.
easiest question of all of them.
All right.
He'll play all of them.
Every game.
Every game.
Every single one.
Every single game. I'm not talking preseason garbage. I'm talking every regular season game, every playoff game, and the Super Bowl. Tua will play.
All right. So he'll play more than 13 games, and he's going to play every game of the season, regular and post.
That's right, because I'm tired of all the talk about how he gets hurt and all this other garbage. Some of it was some serious injuries, and some of it was people unable to block for him. So it's a combination of the two, and I think that they've improved both to some degree. He's also worked on his body, his own personal health, way more than he ever has, especially with his neck. I think he's going to be in all the games. I definitely think he's going to be in all the games this year.
All right. So for me, Ender says 20 games. So he's including postseason. You have said regular and postseason, he'll start. TJ agrees with you. Every game. I also think running the ball more is going to help him as well. That's what TJ says. Yes, I think if you give the ball up, whether it's Raheem Mostert or Dalvin Cook, maybe that gives less time for him to worry about getting hit. So that could go in his favor. I think he's going to play more than 13 games, obviously. I think he has a chip on his shoulder. I think he wants to play more than 13 games. I think Fish Tank and I have both answered this question in the past, and we're both sticking to our answers. I'm going to say 15. 15 games he'll play in the regular season. That doesn't include postseason. 15 games, meaning maybe he gets injured in one, he has to sit out one. Okay. But because he's been injured every year of his playing career, why not another one? But not as drastic, hopefully.
Not only that, Bobby.
Go ahead, Fish Tank.
Most quarterbacks do get hurt, whether
Sure.
it be a pinky or
That's right.
wrist or ankle. Most quarterbacks do get hurt. So it's easy to say he's out 1 or 2 games.
Yeah. So I'm going to say 15 games, and I'm going to say injured.
I'm just saying,
my
I
hope
can't
would
argue
be
with your point.
Absolutely. I would say one game he's injured. The other one, hopefully he's sitting out because the Dolphins don't need to play him that game. We're going to the playoffs anyway. That scenario.
Yeah, there are 2 scenarios that could work out. He could actually get injured, which I don't think is going to happen this year. But they say he's been injured since high school. So
they say that's just reality. No one's saying it. It's just there on tape.
Some of it was little rinky-dink stuff, and a couple things were big. But, it's all in how you're really looking at it. His hip was huge. The concussions were huge. Other than that, it's mostly been rinky-dink stuff.
Okay. So he plays every game of the regular season.
Yep.
Okay. So let's stick with the regular season here.
All right.
If he plays every game of the regular season, Fish Tank.
Yes.
How does his numbers look?
Well,
how many yards, touchdowns, interceptions?
Okay. He'll have 4,500 yards.
Okay.
He'll have 43 touchdowns.
Damn.
And he'll have 9 interceptions.
That's not bad. That's pretty fair. I think touchdowns,
That's
And
off. That's off the bean here.
I got you. Yeah, I know you don't have it on front of you, but I think the 4,500 yards, if every game is played, I think that's fair, especially with the weapons that he has. I think the touchdowns might be a little high. But that's just my opinion. Okay,
43's high
for him. Yeah,
in today's league.
Yeah, well, still, I'm going to go, obviously, 15 games. Okay, I'm going 15 games. I'm not too far off on yards. I'm going 4,050 yards. Okay, 29 touchdowns, 8 interceptions with a 66.8 completion percentage.
Oh, you threw completion percentage on there. It's going to be 70%.
70. Okay. Hey, it was at 68, I think, last year. So, hey, it could be. No, was it? No, I think it was 66 last year.
No, he's going to break the record. It's going to be 70.
All right. There you go. Yeah, he's going all out next year. Yeah. Steve says 4,500 yards, 35 touchdowns. How many games, Steve? How many games is Steve rolling with? I would like to know that. But yeah, so
that's probably for 4 games.
Yeah, that's right. 4 games. I could see Steve doing that. I don't
17. He's got him jumping in all of them.
17
from
Steve. Steve Malloy. Whoa. Wow, Evan Posner cannot say Steve is negative. Evan is both sides of the spectrum. He speaks in negative, thinking he's speaking in positive. So that's okay. All right, so there you go. So Fish Tank has it 4,500 yards, 43 touchdowns, 9 interceptions for Tua next season, 17 games on the regular season. I have it 15 games on the season with 4,050 yards, 29 touchdowns, 8 interceptions with 66.8 completion percentage. Over 70% for Fish Tank. Who is the starting running back for the Miami Dolphins next year?
Wow. Well, you got to say it's Mostert right now.
Yeah, if it's not Dalvin Cook, obviously it's Dalvin Cook. But if it's not Dalvin Cook, if he's not on a roster, it's currently what we have. You have Raheem Mostert.
Raheem, yeah.
I'm with you. I got Raheem Mostert as well. Has to be. If it's not Dalvin Cook, it's Raheem.
Yeah.
I just think it's obvious. I know a lot of people. I've seen a few people. I don't say a lot. But I've seen a few people say, "Oh, it's going to be A-Chain." Look, A-Chain's a rookie, folks. A-Chain's a rookie. I don't see it unless somehow, some way in training camp and in preseason he blows the roof off the place. He's not going to be the starter. That's just
got the speed to do it.
He has the speed. Hey, and you never know. He could be an ace in the hole, but it's going to be Mostert. Safe bet.
Running backs need more than speed.
That's right. Yeah. So, but a guy could be a starting running back to start the year, but he might not be the leading rusher in yards, Fish Tank.
Yes, sir.
Who's the leading rusher in yards for the Miami Dolphins this season?
Leading rusher will be Mostert.
Okay. I'm with you.
Raheem, once again, because he's going to get it the most.
All
and
right.
if I'm not going to keep doing the Dalvin Cook thing. I'm going with who's currently on the team.
I think that's absolutely
Let's
fair.
stick with who's currently there.
I'm with you. That's how I did my stuff. It's
Okay.
who's on the team. So how many yards?
900.
900. Okay,
900.
that's actually, I think that's fair. I'm with you. I'm with Raheem Mostert, and I have it at 961 yards this season.
Ah.
Okay, so you and I are not too far off, Fish Tank.
Not too far.
Evan says Ryan Fitzpatrick. Oh, so all right. He's leading in yardage, but who's leading in touchdowns as a running back this season?
Ah, that's where it changes. See.
Yes, it does.
That's where it changes. That's Wilson.
Yes, Jeff Wilson. How many touchdowns?
Oh, how many did I think he was going to get? I think he's going to get 7.
Fish Tank, are you reading off? Do I have my computer on here? Can you see my screen? I have Jeff Wilson 7 touchdowns. You and I are right on the money, homie.
Hey, look.
When we've been doing this as long as you and I have been doing it,
once every cycle, we're on the same page.
That's
and
right.
When I talk cycle, I'm talking moon cycle.
We're on the same brain wavelength here. There you go. All right. Now let's change it up. Now we're going to go receivers. Okay.
All right.
Who leads the team in catching this season?
Oh, that's easy. That's Waddle.
Let me make sure I'm blocking this screen here for a second. I don't know if you can see this damn thing. I'm with you. I got Jalen Waddle too. All right. Okay. All right. How many catches? Yeah, I know that one's.
That one is difficult, but I'm going to say 120.
I thought you almost got my number. I was like, hold on a second. 120 catches. Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
120 catches.
Yeah.
Wow. Bobby,
That's less than 10 a game.
No one can see my screen, but how the heck is he getting this? It's like what is he doing? It's going crazy. But he may have read this wrong. He said 120. So I'm still a little freaked out because I have 102. Switch the 2 with a 0, you got 120. I don't know what he's smoking down there in Orlando, but it's pretty damn good if you could read minds. Okay. Yeah, I got one. He has 120. I got 102. There you go. So
he's over there crying like crazy. He's laughing so hard at you, Bobby.
I hear him. He's enjoying it. Steve says Tyreek will lead in catches this season.
No.
All right. So who leads the team in receiving yards?
Tyreek
Cheetah Hill. Pipsy Squeak. All right.
You got that right. Petey
Yes.
Squeak.
Petey Squeak Tyreek.
Cheetah Hill.
Okay, so Aladino says 104 catches. Is that Jalen Waddle as well, Aladino? And Rob says 111 catches. Okay, so I think, do you guys both have Jalen Waddle as your leading receiver in catches this season? I know Steve says Tyreek. Okay, Rob says Waddle. Steve Malloy says Tyreek. Pip Squeak is there. Tyreek.
Speedy Squeak.
Speedy. Evan is there. Evan says 117. There you go. Okay. So Aladino and I are not too far off, but hey, I would love 111 or 117. This Petey Squeak Tyreek. He named his cat after Tyreek Hill. He decked out his car. It's a Miami Dolphins car. It looks really good. Oh, man. Okay. So we say I'm with you. Tyreek Hill, most receiving yards this season.
Okay.
You have a number?
I do. 2003.
So he breaks the record.
He's going to break it.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
You're going to say the same thing.
Oh, hold on. Wait, we might get somebody in here. I think we do. Let me see if I could put this up here. Look at this guy.
Whoa!
Rob of Dolphins Thirsty. What's up, Rob? How you doing, brother?
It's all good. I can't complain. I'm in the same ballpark as all you guys, and I can't complain, man. Just looking. So I got to turn off my background here.
Oh, you're all right. You're good. You're good.
Okay, there you go. I forgot to turn down the YouTube channel once I came in here. But yeah, everything's good, man. And Evan, if you're listening, try to hook me up for lunch in the next couple of days, man. Just go before you head back north of the border. So, but anyway, so no, doing well. Looking forward to Dolphins, reporting to camp. The rookies report on the 18th, so it's right around the corner. So can't complain, man.
There you go. So you've been in on this. So you have Waddle at 111 catches, right?
Right.
Okay. So right now we'll keep the ball rolling, but we'll come back to Tua's numbers and where you think it's all going to fall into place. But
to be fair, I haven't done any homework, so
that's okay.
I'd be shooting from the gut.
That's all right. That's okay. Hey,
it's all right. I did homework, but I lost my notes. The cat ate them.
Yeah. That's what he said at school too when he was growing up.
I'm on iPad. My iPad.
I know. Internet issues.
Look, Bobby, I have permission to do that in here. So
that's right. Hey, it's easier for me. I don't have to worry about it right now. Rob's taking care of it. So, and Ringgate's in the house. Good to see you, Josh. That's really cool.
What's up, Hammer Time?
Hammer Time. Good crew of guys up in here. Okay, so Fish Tank has 2,003 yards for Tyreek Hill this season, Rob. That would break 2,003 yards.
Record. It's coming.
So for me, I'm going to tell you what my number is, okay? And I'm going to go with 1,439 yards. That's where I'm at. 1,400
Yeah,
yards.
that's a little more realistic. Sorry, Hank. That's a little more realistic. I actually see
He hates that
Waddle.
word.
I'm going to go
He hates that
outside
Don't
the
word.
give
box.
me realistic.
He hates that word with a passion.
Realistic. You know, you could tell me 12, and that'd be no more realistic than what I'm saying.
Well, I think that surprisingly, Waddle is going to have more yards than Hill.
Nice.
Yes,
Oh,
I'll be
okay.
different this year and
All
say
right.
Waddle's going to have more. I know I'm the lone exception, but I just think he's going to break out this year
I like that. I
I
like
like
that.
it.
What,
and put
do
up
you have-
such big numbers that he's going to demand a big paycheck. I just think it's going to happen.
so
Well,
what,
I
you,
think
you have a
he's
number in mind?
Most receptions. So,
I think he gets about, like you said, like about 1,400 yards for Waddle.
yeah,
and
he-
Tyreek around 12. We're going to have two guys way up there, you know. And keep
I
in
like
mind, we don't know what the NFL is going to do with Tyreek Hill. He may miss a couple games or whatever, so you never know on that either. So, but we don't know. That may be next year. So I just think Waddle is going to go out there and he's going to ball out, stay healthy, and show, you know, him and Tua is going to rekindle that Alabama connection, and they're just going to kick ass all year.
Fins up, fin steak.
Good to see you, Finn Steak. All right. And Evan says realistic in French means idiotic. Okay.
See? That's what I'm saying. See what you guys calling me over here? It's not very nice.
Well, you're really
Hey, Finn's Take's a recent subscriber. You guys, you rock Finn's Take. Thank you.
awesome. That's really
Yeah,
cool.
he
Finn
subscribed to you because he saw my community shouting you out, Bobby. I shouted you out on my community
Steak.
shit
Oh,
card.
ain't that nice? Appreciate you. You know I appreciate you, Rob.
Yeah,
Dolphins Thirsty. If you're thirsty for Dolphins content, go to that gentleman right there, dolphinsthirsty.com. Awesome site, awesome show. Mostly every day during the week, and sometimes at night, which
I've been
thought was
trying
really
to
cool.
experiment, man. I've been noticing that views are down, but I look at all the Dolphin channels for the most part, and a lot. I guess this is that dead time that people are just doing. They're taking summer vacations or they're doing whatever. But yeah, so I've been trying to experiment. I said, well, while it's dead time, I'm going to experiment some at night, go in the day. But you know, it's all fun, man. I'm just here to connect with Dolphin fans.
Absolutely. Hey, so you at the Shocker, you had Jalen Waddle most yards, about 1,400 yards, like but mine's is 1,439, so around that number for Tyreek.
Right.
Waddle 102 catches. Okay, we'll start with Rob, and then Fish Tank. You could follow up, and then I'll finish up. But Rob, who leads the team in receiving touchdowns this year?
Oh man, that's a good one, huh? I'm gonna go with I'm riding the bandwagon. I've been waddling all day, so
he did the waddle.
I'm going with Waddle. And yes, I saw a little bit of my baseball team there. I was trying to hide it. But
You're good.
Yes, I'm doing the Waddle, man. Waddle is the future. So yes, I say Waddle, and he's gonna come in with. He will not break Mark Clayton's record of 18 in a single season, but he will get into the teens, and he will have 14 touchdowns this year.
Yeah, I like it. 14 touchdowns. Okay. Fish Tank.
I think the person that's going to have the most touchdowns is going to be Connor.
Tanner Connor?
Tanner Connor.
Wow.
Oh my God, that's really out. If that comes to be, I'm going to
Wow.
Vegas next year with Hank. If that comes to be true.
Tanner Connor, and he's going to have 16.
Oh my no. Okay, definitely. What are you smoking up there in Orlando, man? I don't know.
What are
That
you?
is insane.
Wow.
That is insane. That's like only
16
two away from Mark
touchdowns.
Clayton's team record of 18. That is insane.
You know, you have never seen an offense put together like the Miami Dolphins. Tell me you have. Tell me you got either one of you guys. Tell me you've seen an offense put together.
Oh no,
like
it's great.
the Miami
But Tanner
Dolphins.
Connor is really out of left field. I mean, holy cow! It's like,
Yeah, I know. But the way I see it is, he's going to be the big body that we need. He has done everything physically and mentally to get ready for this season. And I just think he's going to be used a lot in the red zone. And I think he's going to be used a lot more. I want some of that stuff. Yeah, I have plenty, guys. Just come over. I told you that already. So
awesome.
he's gonna pull in there at 16.
wow.
Yeah,
That
I
is-
say some things that you guys. I've said lots of things, and you guys do that to me. I remember when we first started this, and I said, "Yeah, we're going to win 10 games," and everybody, "Ugh." We won 10 games.
Flores got fired. Or was it the
Oh.
year after that? It was
Yeah.
after the year after that. But, you know, hey, I'll say this. Fish Tank did say it didn't work out, but he did get an interception. He did say last year the crazy one was Noreg Benagany was going to lead the team in interceptions.
Yes.
You know, didn't happen, but he did
Didn't
get
happen.
one. He did get one. So there's your hot Fish Tank hot take.
There you go.
I like
how
that.
hot it was. It was so hot.
Trademark.
It
No,
was
just
lukewarm to cold.
Hey, for me, it's Tyreek. Okay, I'm going Tyreek. I'm going 13 touchdowns. That's where that's me right now. Waddle has the most catches. Tyreek has the most touchdowns and receiving yards. Okay, Fish, I'm going to lead with you on this next one. Okay.
Yeah, you should, because I got these crazy predictions.
Yeah,
I know, man.
Well, you already said Tanner Connor, so I know what the answer is. Who's the most productive tight end on the team? Gesicki's gone. So
Guess
who's going to
who?
be your most productive tight end on this football team next year?
If
you have
Tanner Connor.
Okay, 16 touchdowns. How many yards? Can you give me yards?
He's going to have right around 800 yards.
Jesus.
He's making him an all-pro tight end.
Yeah, dude. You guys, you heard it first. You better go out and go to fanatics.com or dolphins.com and order that Tanner Connor jersey. Don't wait up when the prices go up. Get it now. Fish Tank is in on something here.
I'm telling you. Telling you. Watch it be.
I'm happy you started with you because I'm trying to think of my most. I would not have said Tanner Connor as my most productive tight end, but now you got me thinking he may be the most. I don't know. It's not like unfortunately, it's probably one of our weakest positions on the team.
What's up, Lisa?
Fins up, Lisa.
Oh,
All right. I think Evan's about to. That's Evan, Hank's son. That's going to be Evan.
If it's Hank's son, it's Evan.
It has to be Evan.
Whoa. Well, let's see if he actually pops in. Let's see. But let's see. Worst pick is Noah. I'd say Javon Holland because of where he was picked. Great value. Okay, so you're going back to what we talked about, Connor. So I'll wait. Let me go ahead and put this back the way it is until we know if or maybe he's just the audio, but he doesn't look like he. Oh, wait, he is audio. Evan, you there?
Yes, you guys stop picking on my dad. I don't appreciate this. Don't pick on him.
Well, then you can tell him
Evan,
he's crazy for saying Tanner Connor. You can tell him directly.
The Tanner Connor thing is a little much, but hey, at least he's positive.
Yeah, he's definitely positive.
Hey, I just think Tanner Connor's going to have a breakout year that nobody's expecting. So I'm giving him high numbers. I think he's going to pull a Travis Kelce.
Well, there you go.
But first you have to believe that Mike McDaniel is actually going to use his tight ends for
I know that's what I was saying. Someone
Well,
has to be.
someone
does have to be the most productive, but
you would also have to believe if we're going to win anything, we're going to run the ball too, and we didn't do that so much last year.
So
see, so it
hold on
changes.
So Rob, you're still thinking of your answer?
Yeah, but I'm going with like this Durham Smite, man. I'm not gonna. I don't think we're gonna have much. I don't think we're going super productive at the tight end spot, and he's the most reliable one we have.
So I'm gonna roll with and Anthony. I see you in there. We'll let you back. I'll let you in here in just a minute, and we'll go ahead and continue. Or Rob, because Rob has access, he can do it just a minute. But I'm gonna say is that for me, I thought my answer was crazy, but maybe I don't feel so bad anymore. I have Tyler Croft.
Yeah, he was a consideration for me too. That's not crazy at all. And Eric Silvert's not crazy, but Tanner Connor's crazy.
I knew Evan was going to get on it. That's why I said Sauerbert. I just saw it in there. But Croft, I'm going with Croft, and because he's had good years. He had a very good year with Cincinnati. I believe it was Cincinnati. I have 396 yards, 5 touchdowns, which I think is on the good end. I would be okay with that for our leading tight end. So I have Tyler Croft.
How many yards? 400?
About 400, 396. Evan, do you have a leading tight end since you're in there? And then Anthony will get you in here.
Leading tight end?
Yeah. Who's your most productive tight end on the team?
Salbert. He's going to use him. I think McDaniel chose. I think he'll be utilized a blocking tight end in the red zone, and he'll get those little dink and dunk touchdowns from Tua.
There you go.
That's what I believe because he's a bigger body. He's a bigger body.
So Rob's going with Durham Smythe. We're all got somebody
Yeah.
different. So let's see. Let's let Anthony break the tie. Okay. Anthony Manzano in the house. What's up, brother?
Hey guys, how are you?
Doing good, man. How are you doing?
Honestly, your guys are gonna be shocked at my choice. It's not actually. We're talking about the tight ends, but what I can see happening is actually, well, the guy who we drafted. What's
Elijah
his name?
Higgins?
Elijah
Higgins.
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 Yeah, I think during training camp he outperformed Sauber, and maybe Sauber gets cut.
Okay. There you go, man.
And
Elijah Higgins.
and he actually, and I think he leads the team in receptions for the tight ends, receptions and yards. I think he has 45 receptions and 950 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Whoa. Okay. 900. Dang. Okay. All right. Cap, what's up, Bodiqua? Cap in the house. Cap for life. What's up, my man? I appreciate Cap, man. I appreciate everybody tuning in right now. Thank you, guys. Lisa Patterson, Fins Up. If you guys are new to the channel, smash that subscribe button. Man, we got some great content on
Before
the
you
channel.
guys talked about the tight ends, Bobby, what were you guys talking about? I just joined in.
We were, before the tight end, we were talking about receiver. We're going to go back to that for you. So we're going to keep it rolling, and we'll go ahead and catch up with Rob and you. And Evan, thank you, brother, for for coming on. Evan had to pop back off. He's still on vacay. So, but right now, so who's the best offensive player, Rob, for the team next season?
Well, I have to say Waddle because I've been saying.
You've been saying, well, it has to be Waddle, right? Okay.
I'd go on Waddle. I mean, if he's going to lead the team in touchdowns and receptions, and I think I have to go with Waddle as being my great. But with that said, if all these numbers turn out to be Tua, it's going to be Tua being the best because he's going to have. We all have him having great receiver numbers, so that means Tua's throwing him the ball if he stays healthy, like Hank says. So really, it could be Tua. But of what the stats I put together, I have to go with Waddle.
Gotcha. Anthony, who's your best offensive player for the Dolphins next year, man?
He's not even on the roster.
All right, who's on if he's on the roster, let's go with someone on the roster.
Okay. For on the roster, to be honest, I'm gonna say A-Chain.
Oh wow. He's going all in with the rookies. I like that though, man.
All right. Yeah, he is. Yeah. All right. All right, Anthony. Fish Tank, best offensive player.
It always starts with the quarterback.
All right. So
Well,
yeah, 4,500 yards,
Yep.
43 touchdowns, 43 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, over 70% completion percentage. That's Fish Tank's
Oh, I want to
numbers.
give Tua stats real quick, Bobby. Is that okay?
That's okay. Roll it.
Okay. I know you guys have faith because of the weapons, but I'm gonna be realistic with the stats.
Uh-oh.
30, 38, 95, 25 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
Oh, only 3 interceptions. That's elite
Whoa.
on that stat.
Oh
right there.
no, my mistake. 10 interceptions.
Oh, I shouldn't have corrected you, Anthony. I was going to be happy.
Rob,
with
what's
this.
wrong with you? You could have just let it go, man. Anthony, you know what? How many games though? How many games does he play?
Honestly, with his track record, if he can stay healthy for 13 games, I'm happy.
Well, he's played 13 games for the last 2 years. So okay.
No, that's in total.
Yeah.
He's missed. That's in like the past 2 seasons. That's in total. He's played 13 games. I'm saying in one season consecutively.
He played 13 games last year, and he played 13 games the year before that.
No, actually, 15 games. My mistake. 15.
So you say he's going to play 15 games this year?
He has to. For me, he has to stay healthy for more games than he's had in the past few seasons. To be honest, for me to have faith in
I
him.
think we can all agree on that.
Yeah. Aladino, man, thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, guys, smash that like button as well. We appreciate you all tuning in right now.
What's up, Cap?
I'm with you. I have it 15 games. Let's touch on Tua again. Fishing has all the games, every game of the regular season. Again, we ran through his numbers. I have it. He's playing 15 games this year, 4,050 yards, 29 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 66.8 completion percentage. Rob,
I'm going to go with the average. I'm going with 16. He would miss one game.
There you go.
16.
Okay. 16.
That would have been an old season. That would have been a complete season under the old league schedule. So 16 he's going with. But he will be healthy for the playoff run.
There you go. I like it. All right. So
and for me, what I want to see is this year, specifically Bobby and Fish Tank and Rob, is more of him. Like, I'm okay with him performing well at the beginning of the season. For me, that doesn't matter. What matters to me is more going into the playoffs. If he has the same issue of him not showing up during those critical games, fighting for a playoff seed, December, I'm done.
Sure.
I can't deal with it.
I think listen. I think that's fair. Look, he did great at 8-3, right? That 8-3 run, the first half of the season. He was MVP. People were talking about him as MVP. Before he got injured, he was out for the rest of the year. That 5-game stretch, he did not perform well. The team didn't perform well. He has to do better in December. I think that's this year. Last year, we were talking about consistency. That's what I brought up. This year, for me, it's about staying healthy enough throughout the season and performing well in December. So I don't disagree with you, Anthony. But let's keep this ball rolling, guys. So for me, best offensive player this season is going to go with Tyreek Hill. I have it 96 catches, 1,439 yards with 13 touchdowns. Fish Tank, who is your best offensive player? I'm sorry. Did you say that? Tua, that's right. I'm sorry. All right. So now we're going to – okay, let's do this. And I'm going to roll with Rob on this one. And Anthony, Hank, we'll go first. But Rob, quickly, sir, or, you give your reasoning. Be as quick as you want. You're cool. Who are your starters on the offensive line?
Okay, starters. Well, obviously, Armstead, Connor Williams, and Hunt. Those three. I'm going to roll with right now. I'm going to say Isaiah Wynn at left guard, and either the guy and we don't have Evan here, the Oakby guy, either at right tackle or Austin Jackson. I would just say Austin Jackson because that's the name we keep on getting thrown at us, and I think they're going to give him every intention. So that's what I would say. So
Ogabui?
Yeah, thank you. The guy that had played. So thank you.
If I had given you the name,
Cedric.
But those are my. Yes, Cedric. Yeah, I would just stick with Cedric. There you go.
Okay, there you go.
I screw up easy names like Pam.
But I think it's going to be Austin. I think it's going to be Austin Jackson at right tackle.
Okay.
At guard, right guard. Williams at center. Wynn at left guard, and then Armstead at left tackle.
There you go. Anthony?
You just named all mine, so you can.
there you go.
From left to right, my starting offensive line is going to be Armstead, Risner.
Oh, wow. Someone that's not on the roster, but that'd be good.
Connor Williams, Robert Hunt, and who are the guys?
Well, Isaiah Wynn and Cedric and Austin Jackson.
I think Isaiah wins the starting right tackle.
All right. For me, I'm going left to right as well. I'm going to go with obviously Armstead as your starting left tackle. Dan Feeney is your starting left guard.
Oh, wow.
Connor Williams at center. Robert Hunt at right guard. I'm going to go Austin Jackson at right tackle. I think they're very impressed with Austin Jackson. Obviously, he's put in a lot of work this offseason. He looks like he's in great shape. I'm going to go with him at right tackle. Isaiah Wynn, I think, is a possibility at left guard. I can't disagree or anything on that. Obviously, they're trying him out there. He's a former first-round pick. 6'2", kind of scares me a little bit. Dan Feeney's played a lot of guard and center, and I could see him getting that opportunity. So that's why
he played tackle too
at left guard. Yeah, he's played a lot
with the Patriots.
Yep. So let's go with this then. Who is your best offensive lineman, Hank, for this year, and then your worst?
Best offensive lineman's got to be Connor.
Okay, I like that. Who's your worst one?
Your worst one? It's got to be Eichenberg.
Okay. Rob?
Well, of the starters that we name, who's the worst? Or okay, of
Yeah.
the starters that we name, who's the worst? I would go with Austin Jackson probably, and then the best would be Armstead.
Yeah,
Okay.
if it's starters, it's definitely Jackson on the line because I already said he was part of the line. So,
Sure.
Yeah.
but I
Anthony?
was just thinking worst overall, Eichenberg.
Oh yeah. Oh, the worst on the team. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
My best starter is Connor,
Yep.
and I'm not gonna say worst, but needs improvement is Isaiah.
Okay, there you go. That's fair. I'm going to go, obviously, it's going to be Armstead. That's the best one. Armstead, the way he played last year, went healthy, but he's the best guy out there. I think Connor's a great answer. I struggled on that one between Connor and Armstead, but I'm going to go with Armstead. And then the worst offensive lineman, I'm going to go with Dan Feeney at left guard. I'm going to go with Dan Feeney. I think left guard is such a question. I don't care who's there. I'm a little nervous with that spot. I really am.
Yeah, and for me, Dan, I don't think Dan is a swing guard center. I don't think he's a starter, to be honest. He's going to be depth in case one of our starters gets injured, to be honest. I don't think he's a starter. I don't think he beats anybody out because I think what's going to happen is McDaniel and who's our offensive line coach again? Dang it.
Lisa Patterson, Tua did close to that in 13 years. I'd say he plays in all games, and he has 4,600 yards, 38 touchdowns, 9 interceptions.
That's
Very
pretty
cool,
close
Lisa.
to me.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
good.
no, that's
Lisa.
By chance, guys, do you know who the offensive line coach is for the Dolphins?
Yeah, the guy they signed, Barry. Oh my God, Butch Barry.
Butch Barry. Okay, for me, what I think is going to happen, the reason why I said Risner is because they're going to realize Eichenberg and Feeney are more backup depth guys, and they're going to bring a legitimate starter like Risner in.
Yeah. I hope you're right, man. I like Reisner. I know one of my co-hosts that's always on one of my shows, Justin. He loves Reisner. He says almost every episode, bring in Reisner.
Even though I understand he's not a perfect fit in our offensive line scheme, the guy's more of a power gap, but he's mobile enough. He doesn't have to be an elite mobility, but he's good enough to pass, to be honest. I understand he's not a perfect fit. There's not, honestly, the past few free agencies, there's not really been interior offensive linemen that are a perfect fit in this scheme that the Dolphins run, to be honest. So we have to make what is due and available in free agency because there's not really a lot of tackles or guards that fit our system. You guys agree?
Yeah. Let us go ahead and keep moving on here. We're going to go ahead and talk about defense now, okay, which we'll start with Fish Tank on this one, Fish Tank. We were on the offensive side of the ball. Now let's stick with defense, and let's start with sacks because a lot of people love sacks and interceptions, Fish Tank. So let's go with sacks. Who leads the team in sacks this year?
Phillips with 17.
Whoa, I love it. Jalen Phillips. All right, 17 sacks.
Yeah.
Rob, what do you got?
Well, I thought I was going to go high because one of my regulars named Scotty comes in all it says time and says 15 for 15. So meaning Jalen Phillips, he's wearing number 15. So I'm going Phillips 15 in the name of my regular guy, Scotty, out there. If you catch this network, Scotty. So 15 for 15.
There you go. Anthony, who
I have a split, actually. I have a split between
Okay.
two people. It's
right.
even between 16 and at 16 and a half between
Wow.
Phillips and Chubb.
Whoa, I would love
I like
that.
Chubb too.
I would love that. I'm close to a split. Not as high in numbers, but I'm close to a split. But my leader in sacks this season is Bradley Chubb, and I have it at 12 and a half sacks.
Oh, that's good. Though.
Yeah,
right,
that's good too.
TJ says Chubb at 14. I hope Chubb's leading sacks, so that way Rob could feel better about that.
Yeah, that's
I know
right.
Rob
That's
would.
the one
No,
trade I do
I
not
have a
like,
question.
because that's the
But
one trade I do
we're
not
talking
like.
about sacks. We're talking about sacks, but who leads the team in TFLs?
Tackles for loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it'd probably be one of our linebackers.
Well,
I don't
okay.
know.
Well, if it's I'll go like this. If it's Chubb leading in sacks for me, I would say number 15 leads in tackles for a loss.
There you go.
He makes up for
Actually,
it.
I'm going to give you guys a surprise answer. Honestly, I think he's gonna show out and prove that he is not a bust like most fans think. I think Raekwon leads the team in tackles for loss.
Wow, that's really.
Raekwon Davis. Okay.
I like that, Anthony. Like your
Casual Doll fan, good to see you. 15 for 15. Aladino says 15-16. Hammer Time has it for Chubb as well. TJ 14 for Chubb.
Fins up,
Love it.
casual.
Lisa Patterson says Austin Jackson is going to ball this year. I love it. I loved all this.
yeah, I hope so. I love all the positivity, man. Evan to be loving this, you know.
I know. If you would have just stuck around.
Okay, I have stats for the linebackers, actually, that I want you guys to answer and everybody in the chat. Who leads the team in the linebacker position for interceptions, total tackles?
So,
Oh my god.
hold on, Anthony. I got that here. We got our questions here. All right. And we'll roll, and then you can follow up in the end if you have any follow-up questions. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So that's the next one, is who leads this team in tackles. All right, Anthony. So I'll let you answer that one, Anthony. Who leads the team in tackles?
Honestly, I'm gonna say is AVG still on the team?
Yes, he is.
He leads the team in tackles because he's gonna be the second middle linebacker on the. He's gonna be the starter at middle linebacker. He's gonna beat out David Long.
Oh wow.
Interesting. Okay.
Long will
All right.
wind up being injured.
And here's his total tackles.
Yeah. What's his total tackles?
His tackles are gonna be. He's gonna be in the top 10. He's gonna be at 119 tackles.
There you go. Okay. TJ says, I think Wilkins leads in tackles and tackles for loss. Wow. That would be pretty good. I
like Wilkins on that prediction. I like that pretty much.
Rob, who leads the team in tackles, sir?
That's what I was just saying, man. That's a good one, man. Did no homework on this one. So
That's okay. You don't have to worry about it. Fish
I
tank?
think I would say Wilkins should be up there. He would lead definitely of the defensive linemen. Wilkins would lead in tackles among the DL, but I don't know if like a linebacker will come in there and sneak in and get more tackles. But I would just go with Wilkins for right now.
Gotcha. All right, Fish Tank, you're up.
I agree. It's going to be Van Ginkel.
Ooh, I like it. Okay.
Going to be Van Ginkel. I don't have that many tackles, but I had 90 tackles.
Okay. I have it Jerome Baker. I think Jerome Baker's going to lead this team in tackles, and I think it's going to be 121 total.
Yeah,
tackles.
That's a good one, Bobby. It was between him and them.
Wait, Bobby, I have a question.
Yeah.
For you chose. Let's hope you chose
Baker.
Jerome JB. Let's hope he's not with all the tackles you said he's having. He's not chasing people down from the back. That's why he has all those tackles, because the past few years that's what's happened with him. He has to chase down tackles down the field instead of he lets people pass him purposely. He's had a track record of the past few when he has those high total tackles, it's because he's chasing people down all the time.
Well, let's hope. But right now, he's leading the team in tackles at 121. He leads the team in tackles.
Well, last year he had 100. I just looked it up, and Wilkins had 98. So we're all in the ballpark.
Ooh, right there. Yeah, right around there. There you go.
Landon Roberts led the team last year, but he's gone. So someone has to step up and fill that spot. So
now,
that's tough.
Rob, I'm going to start with you on this one. Who leads the team in interceptions?
Javon Holland.
Ooh, you were pretty quick on that one. All right.
Yeah, I just think his safeties play well in his position. They're going to mix throw because Xavier and Ramsey, they're going to pick different sides at different times on what side they're going to throw to, but Holland's going to be scooping them up in the middle all over the field. So I'm going with Holland.
There you go.
He's going to have the breakout year that we all thought he was going to have last year, and it just kind of waned off once he was asked to do stuff he wasn't used to doing. I think this is his breakout year where he puts up really good numbers and
how many interceptions did you say that already? I'm sorry if I missed it.
He would hit double digit right on the nose, 10 interceptions.
Nice. Okay. Fish Tank?
I had Holland also, except I had him at 9.
Okay. There you go. 2 Javon Hollands. Anthony?
This is a surprising one, actually. because of
All
the
of them
fact
in the
that
AFC.
the quarterbacks are not going to be focused. They're not going to make a mistake and throw it to either Holland, Ramsey, or X Smith. Cam Smith leads the team in interceptions
So
and
Oh,
pass
wow.
three
breakups.
rookies leading in all the
He's
departments.
our rookie. He loves our rookies, man. I hope you gave the Dolphins an A on your graph grades, Anthony. Because you're
Yeah, I
having our
gave him an
rookies.
A minus. A minus.
All right, I would hope so because you got A-Chain being our best offensive player or back, and him. So
And
I like it.
the reason why I say that, like I said, Bobby, the reason why I chose Smith is because, let's be honest, you really think the elite quarterback, the smart offensive coordinators are going to throw to Holland, either Holland, Ramsey, or Howard?
You mean a quarterback? No, but the bad quarterbacks. And so I'll follow up.
No, I'm not talking about rookie quarterbacks. I'm talking about the established veteran quarterbacks like a Rodgers, Mahomes, or Herbert, or someone like that.
Well,
like those guys, like Burrow.
Do you think Cam Smith starts over Nick Needham?
Yes.
Or Peter Kohu or Trill Williams?
Yeah.
That's the thing. You see.
Who's going to be the slot?
How many interceptions does Cam Smith have?
11. He wins Rookie of the Year.
Oh my! Okay, Anthony. I think you met up secretly with Hank somewhere when he was.
There's some fantasy football talk going on. All right, for me,
I love it, though. I love it,
do too.
Anthony.
I know that sounds like a homer
thing.
thing, but I have faith in Fangio to bring the with how Fangio sets up his defense. I understand why you guys chose the safeties, but let's be honest, the smart offensive coordinators that can go against Fangio are not going to be targeting the established guys like Holland or the two corners that we have, the two veteran corners. They're going to be focused on the rookie all the time, picking on the rookie.
If the rookie's playing. For me, I'm going with, I think it's a bounce back year. I'm going with Xavier Howard. Okay. And I'm going 8 interceptions on the year. Because even when the Dolphins did not have all those corners or safeties, and it was just Howard who was the star back there, he was still coming down with 8 interceptions. So I think with Jalen Ramsey, with Cam Smith, if he's there, if Javon Holland's obviously Javon Holland, I think it's a bounce back year. I think Xavier Howard becomes the ball hawk again.
I think there's too many short to intermediate passes that are going to be taken up, is why I didn't pick 2 of the deeper Ramsey.
Sure.
I think they're going to be more locked down with both of them back there.
Okay.
I'm guessing both of them are going to be back there. Ramsey could be a safety, so we don't know what Vic's doing.
Yeah, and Fish Tank. Let's not forget. Ramsey really when Ramsey was in LA at the height, when they won their Super Bowl, he wasn't really playing what is it called, the traditional corner position. He was playing the star position with the Rams, which is like a striker in college, if you ever seen that, where they have a second corner or a safety going down in the middle. They replace the linebacker, basically. Have you ever seen that in college with like certain teams playing defense and stuff, or in the pros where they have a third safety or a third corner that plays a trigger position that covers the tight ends and the slot receivers and stuff like that they roam? That's what, honestly, I think that's what Ramsey's going to be doing. He's not going to be out in the boundary. He's going to be the one that, because X is more, to me, I think X is not very comfortable roaming all the time. He wants to be in a static position.
Fish Tank. I just saw your comment pop up. Good points, Anthony. I'll say this too, Cap, Thursday, his theme song. I know, yeah. I heard it yesterday, and it was stuck in my head too. And I was walking around my hallway at work. I'm like, Dolphins, thirsty, thirsty. I'm like, oh gosh.
So
Good stuff,
Bobby
Yes, sir.
Bobby and Fish Tank,
Yes,
and sir. Rob. This is an honest question. I said this on another platform before, but for me as a Dolphins fan, I'm analyzing the fan base in general. But people corrected me that every fan base is like this, that they have an undeserved arrogance when it comes to bragging when their certain teams haven't been successful in the playoffs or haven't even sniffed the playoffs in the past few years. And I was saying, sometimes I feel with the Dolphins, with specifically Bills fans, we can get very arrogant and annoying when we've only made the playoffs 3 times in the last 10 years, and they've made it all the way to the what is it called, the AFC champion four times in the last 10 years. They've been more successful.
4 times, not the Bills.
Yeah, the Bills, they made it 4 times.
They've been to the playoffs, but they haven't gotten to the big game. But yeah, I mean the
AFC championship. Yeah, they made it. They faced the Patriots. They faced the Chiefs twice, and then they
off on my numbers.
Well, I'm a little confused. Are we?
I got to
I
be
think
off
he means
on
the playoffs, just playoff games that they.
I know that they've made it to the AFC Championship once in 10 years. I didn't know it was 4 times. I didn't know that.
No, I don't think they. I don't have.
I didn't.
Oh no, my mistake. They made it to the semifinals.
Right.
4 times.
Semifinals,
Once
they've
to
made
the.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. The divisional round.
Okay.
So, let's go ahead and do this because we're gonna wrap it up here. Let's go ahead and now the last question in this thing, and then we'll go ahead and move on. Is who is
Love it, Lisa. You're right.
Lisa says Vic Fangio's defense isn't going to matter where the quarterback throws. They are in trouble. I love it, Lisa.
Yeah.
Lisa's
Going
on a roll
down.
today.
They ain't all
Fish
that.
Tank.
Sorry.
I'm going to start with you, sir, and we'll go Rob, myself, Anthony, and we'll start wrapping it up. Best player on this defense. Who's your best player on defense?
Wilkins.
Christian Wilkins. All right.
Christian Wilkins is my best player. Without, he not only lends the ability to play, he lends the ability for others to play better. So I like Christian Wilkins.
There you go. Rob?
Jalen Phillips.
Love
breakout year, just like Waddle, a super breakout year, just like Javon Holland. They're going to ball out.
There you go.
Phillips, all the way.
You answer first, Bobby. I'll let you go first.
All right. For me, I'm going to roll. I'm going with Jalen Phillips as well. I'm going to go. He's going to have 61 tackles. He's going to have 11 and a half sacks, 6 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, and 2 interceptions.
Okay. I'm saying because it's the leadership position on the team, I say Van Ginkel.
I love that answer. I love it. And I'll tell you why.
I hope you're right.
I'm going to tell you why that could be a legitimate situation, because I do believe, and I think Hank and I have talked about this before, that I believe Van Ginkel is going to have, we're talking about players that are going to have like a from low to most, and I think Van Ginkel's there because he was supposed to go, because Anthony obviously asked it at the beginning when he came in, was Van Ginkel still here? And Van Ginkel wasn't supposed to be here. He was supposed to leave. He was a free agent. They didn't look like they were going to sign up. Then we hired Vic Fangio, and then he came back. I think Van Ginkel has a legit shot to probably be, if not the best, one of the best defensive players on this team. He's made big moments. He's had moments where you go, Van Ginkel. This year is going to be the year where he becomes a Miami household name, where he's like, no, this is one of our guys.
AVG.
Yeah, and to be honest, I've said this multiple times. When I've seen Van Ginkel play, he reminds me of the guy who used to play for the Packers with Rodgers, the linebacker, the guy with the long hair. Not AJ Hawk, the other guy.
Clay Matthews.
Yeah, Clay Matthews. That's who Van Ginkel reminds. He plays exactly the same way. Do you agree, Fish Tank?
I agree with a lot of what you say.
Yeah.
Or Rob, my mistake.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's a good comparison, and hopefully he can live up to that. And like Bobby said, Fangio talked to him specifically before we know he knew he was a free agent, made contact with him, talked him into staying with the Dolphins. So he must.
Is that a breach though? I have a question. Can a coach, before he's even signed to a team, actually do that? Is that a breach of the
No, because he was
He's a
currently
free
a
agent.
Dolphin. If he would have been on another
CBA?
team, yes. If he
Yeah.
would have been a Buffalo Bill and he reached out to him before he becomes a free agent open, then yes, you can be in trouble. But he was already on the
no,
Dolphins.
for your
He's
own
like-
team, you're not going to get in trouble.
No, not with your own team. No.
I'll take either also, Mass. What do we got, Bobby?
So let me just say, Anthony, man, thank you so much, brother, for tuning in. We're going to go ahead and get this ball rolling. We appreciate you, man, and hopefully you can join us next time.
Are you
okay?
going to do your wrestling show, Bobby?
When? That's on Thursday nights. They do the wrestling.
Oh no, my mistake. Your baseball. You guys had a baseball show once. Are you still doing that by chance? Are you going to do that again?
We're building that up. We're working it up. We're
Okay.
working on that. It's not
Okay,
official.
bye.
It's not officially set up yet, but we're working on that.
Oh, hey Rob, before I go,
Yeah.
have you I've missed some of your shows because I was out of the country on my vacation and I didn't
Nice.
see. Yeah, I went to the DR for a vacation.
Very cool, man.
I didn't see some of your shows, and when I actually rewatched it, I did. What has Justin's season ramped up? Is that why he hasn't been your co-host?
Yeah, no, he's been back some. He doing different jobs and different stuff. He's out there, so he hasn't been able to always come in the morning. He was on this past morning. Yesterday he was on with me and Hank and everything. So
Okay, see you guys later.
all right,
All right,
later.
Anthony,
See you
thank you,
later.
brother. So there you guys go. So those are our season projections. And let me just say, TJ, Aladino, Lisa, Anthony, who is here, Hammer Time, everybody who's been participating in that. We appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Very cool. Rob, I don't know if you were able to say, I know you said 16 games, but Tua's numbers. Were you able to get that out there?
Yeah, I would say like 4,300 yards, 34 touchdowns,
There you go.
Ooh.
maybe like 10 interceptions, something. There's going to be a lot better touchdown to interception ratio.
There you go. Cap says, guys, sorry, this phone sucks. Does Wilkins need to prove it one more year, or do we try to pay him Quentin Williams number? Quentin
That's a
Williams.
big. Quentin
That's
Williams,
a big number.
I know.
I'll let you start with that, and then Fish Tank, and then we'll.
I
What
mean,
do
to
you
me,
think?
that's such a hard one to swallow, man. The money wise, but
Yeah.
there's so many things outside of stat wise. Yes, he doesn't get the sacks Williams does, but he is a leader on the team.
That's
So
right.
you got to factor all this in. If you're the, like Ross would say, yeah, where do I sign? If Greer, so it's up to Greer to decide. Like, do I get him? But he doesn't put the stats up. Can I use that money? Because next year we're going to be up against the cap hard. So it's really hard to say because this year we're free up money, man. I don't know. To me, that's a little bit too much money north of 20 million. If
Yeah,
you can
I'm
get him
with that.
anywhere like 15 to 17 million, I say, that's more where he falls. But 20, I would have to say you almost have to see if you could trade him at that point this year while you still have control of him.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable with that in those numbers. But I'm with you though. It's like, look, yeah, what he lacks, you got to think about also the pros of that. And it's to me, he's the heart of the team. When they're scoring touchdowns offensively, he's out there in the field. He's all over the place. So you gotta think about that. But at the same time, when you're trying to go get players or you're trying to re-sign players like Zach Sealer or other guys who are going to demand contracts, or you're trying to go get players like a Dalvin Cook, you can't go crazy and overpay for a guy, and especially if he is lacking in some departments.
Right.
That's kind of where I stand on it. I want him back. If they re-sign him, I'm happy.
Yeah,
I
same
just don't-
here.
I don't want it over that big amount. That's where I'm going to be a little concerned with it.
Yeah, same here.
I
I think Hank's in agreement too.
think so. But yeah, guys, Fish Tank, any closing thoughts, sir?
I'm gonna go party after we get out of here.
Well, go have fun and dream up more Tanner Connor all pro numbers.
Hey, just look. You can harp on me at the end of the year, all right?
I'm just teasing you, but I'm just surprised. I hope you're right. Believe me, if he puts up those kind of numbers, it means Tua's really having a great year. If he's getting that much production out of Tanner Connor, that'd be awesome.
I just think we have an offense that I haven't seen in many moons on our team right now. We have an offense that I don't think I've ever seen the Miami Dolphins have. Not a complete unit like we have. The only thing we're missing, we all know, is that right tackle and the left guard. We're not sure about it.
I thought you were going to say Dalvin Cook we were missing. So
No, we're not sure about those two things. But if you do bring in a Dalvin Cook, it would only help those two positions. So
Yeah.
that's where I'm at, Bobby. I'm ready
There you
to
go.
roll.
There you go. Rob, any closing thoughts, sir? Appreciate you
No,
hopping on,
thank
man.
you, Cap. He tells us we did a great show, so thank you, Cap. They
Thank
did.
you, brother.
I
Appreciate
joined
you.
in at the end, but it was a lot of fun. So
Aladino.
fins up to all of you.
DJ,
appreciate you guys. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, Fins Talk today on the Fins Talk Sports Network. You could catch Fish Tank Hank tomorrow at Fins Table Talk on his channel, and you catch him mostly on Twitter with his beautiful wife, Miss Kelly, and their awesome Corvette. You can see Rob on Dolphins Thursday YouTube channel, Dolphins Chatter, and mostly every day or evening sometime. You can catch his site, dolphinsthursday.com. Awesome Dolphins content.
Well,
One of the
thank
best
you.
dudes out there. And of course, tomorrow is an off day unless something breaks.
I want to thank Rob for coming out and joining us today. It was fun.
Nah, man, it was fun, man. You joined me. You help me out when I don't have a co-host, man. You're great, man. So that's awesome. So
there you go. I love that.
You
No, I
told
was
me
happy, Rob.
No, we're gonna make you a full-time co-host somewhere, a host, but just trying to. I'm not, I'm not the expert Bobby is yet. I'm just getting new to this. Playing around with it. It's fun though. Connecting with Dolphin fans is my whole goal. So
there you go.
I'm doing that. So
there you go. Well, Monday night, guys. Again, we have shows Monday, Tuesday. Of course, Tuesday night you got Real Talk Fins Talk. Rob will be right back at 7:30 with Steve Malloy. They touch on a lot of tough subjects, and Rob kind of has to calm Steve down. Monday night,
Steve gets going sometimes.
Yeah, he does. Monday nights, it's East 10th Street. We talk everything Miami, Heat, Dolphins, Marlins, Panthers, Inter Miami, but mostly growing up Miami, growing up life, me and Alex. And of course, you got Beer and Sports Podcast. They talk everything. Wednesday, we got fantasy football. That's important, especially for people who love to play fantasy football at work or with your friends. You want the inside info? Tune in Wednesday night with Josh Kimmel and company. Thursday, we got wrestling, got No Holds Barred Wrestling Podcast. And then Friday, we just keep the ball rolling. And Saturdays, of course, the one and only Fish Tank Hank and myself with Fins Talk today. And maybe sometimes Rob. I like when he pops in here. It's kind of fun.
Yeah,
all right.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Like, subscribe. Most importantly, as always, Fins up. We'll see you guys next week.
Fins
up, everyone. Fins up.